What's up everybody, I'm Zero Zeus and welcome back to another Boruto video. So this is going to be my Boruto episode 123 review. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you for watching and let's get right into the video. So the name of this episode is Urashiki Returns, right? And basically like the title says, Urashiki returns, but not in the way that you think. So first, the episode starts off with Gaara. He's alone. You know, he got left by Boruto because Boruto was more worried about Kankuro. You know, he followed his emotions more than, the importance of the mission. And that's like this ongoing thing that's just been rolling ever since this arc has started, right? Um, so Shinki, he ends up fighting the puppet alone. And don't get me wrong, the fight doesn't last too long, but to be totally honest, it was a little bit more interesting than that fight with Kankuro and the puppets. I don't know, maybe it's just because it was Shinky, or maybe it was just me, I don't know, but anyway, he gets like paralyzed, right? His arm gets paralyzed. He gets cut by one of the puppet's knives and his arm gets paralyzed. So basically you have this moment where it's like, it's looking like he runs away and he flees, and he got Shikaku with him. It's like, the way that the stuff that he says to Shinky's all serious and Shikaku's all like, like he just doesn't care, right? It's really funny, right? But anyway, the puppet chases him down, and you just have this moment where Boruto flies out of nowhere, so he saves Shinky's neck, right? He saves Shinky, him, and they both run off. And then they have this moment where you're thinking like Boruto's like not changed his way of thinking, but since he's apologized, he has like this little moment with Shinky. You think like, okay, we're eye to eye right now. We understand each other, but at the same time, Boruto's still with this way of thinking, and like, I can't leave my friends behind, blase blase and stuff like that, right? So Boruto leaves to go and save Tamari and Shikide, right? But my problem with this is I feel like Tamari and Shikide should have been able to handle the puppet. Even though, don't get me wrong, it is an elaborate puppet, but I still feel like she could have handled it. But it's cool that they didn't, because they showed a lot of a lot of stuff that we didn't really like. I didn't know Tamari could do, or Shikide, which was really cool. So basically, Boruto comes back and says he's gonna help. They have these little moments where Tamari's basically like drilling him a little bit, because like, why you never learn, right? So they start the fight with the puppet, and Shikaku sneaks away from Shinky in this time, and he goes to watch and see if Boruto and Shikide and his aunt will be able to beat the puppet, right? So they're just like showing Boruto's skill, and don't get me wrong, he's not like super powerful, because these same puppets, Tsuneri's puppets, if you remember, if you've seen the last, like, Naruto was like one-shotting him, like with no problem, one punch breaking him, like. So it's like, but don't get me wrong, that's like almost adult Naruto, so that's not a fair comparison, but I'm just saying. But you have this moment where they're going back and forth, and you see Boruto use, I think he could use like 4 clones now, or maybe that's been a thing and I just haven't really been paying any attention. But yeah, I seen him use an extra clone. I was like, dang, that's like really crazy, right? You get to see Tamari get it in too, which is like really cool, and you get to see her do something besides like the wind scythe. I think it was the wind style, the sea dragon, and it just looked really cool. It was like these big typhoons of water, right? And I'm like, wow, it was like really cool, right? So in the midst of all this, the puppet is still moving around, agile, really fast. It's hard to keep their eyes on him, and he ends up behind Shikide. And this is this moment where it's like, dang, she kind of messed up because she had to jump in the way to save her son, right? But at the same time, kind of sacrificing herself. So she's like, oh, she's got stabbed in her stomach, and she's like paralyzed. So it's like, oh, I'll have to sit here for a while. So you have this moment where Shikide and Boruto, they work together. This is like so cool, right? I didn't even expect to see nothing like this in this episode, because I'm pretty sure, I knew they said Urashiki returns, but I didn't exactly count on seeing him at all in the episode. But you get this moment where it's like Boruto, he makes the clones, they all run out, and the puppet basically takes him out with no problem. But I think Shikide pulls out the wind style, the sea dragon, which was like, dang, I didn't even know he could do that. It was just super cool. I was just happy at the fact. And Boruto, he's running around. He tried to hit him with a Rasengan at first. He couldn't land it. Afterwards, he does this. He actually catches him, right, with his sealing jutsu. Shikade. He actually catches him with the paralysis jutsu, right? And then, Boruto hits him with the Rasengan. So it's this moment where they're just sitting around, they're talking, it's looking like they won. Everything, the puppet is destroyed. Everything's just looking all cool, and Boruto runs off after Shinki and Shikaku, right? And so you think everything's okay. Like Shikade's mom starts drilling him about like how she's gonna give him intense training on, the wind style and stuff like that. And it's like a really funny moment. And then you just have Urashiki, he just comes up behind her, right? And he steals her chakra and she falls down. And it's this moment where Shikade is just faced with Urashiki alone. There's nobody else around. And it's really hard to believe that he didn't just go after like Boruto too, but whatever. But yeah, he takes his chakra, her chakra, and then that's basically like the end of the episode, man. Yeah, this was like I was really into this one. I know I forgot a few things because I was like so hype over like a lot of the action. It was a lot to take in, and I watched it multiple times. But yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. This is my Boruto episode 123 review. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.